Alright, so let's paint the picture. It's 2007, you just got home from school, and you're firing up what many consider the greatest Call of Duty ever made. You dive into that phenomenal campaign. Every mission feels like a blockbuster movie. And before you know it, your mom's calling. 6 hours have passed. Well, today, we're reading a positive Steam review and going to talk about what you missed if you weren't one of us. If you were not wasting your childhood playing this game in 2007. And most importantly, we're going to talk about why this game continues to be rated among one of the best Call of Duties to date. Even the GOAT, if you will. Join me. Guys, I always feel like I'm different when reading the first 30 seconds of the script. Like, I have to be so dark and sinister just to get the hook. Well, anyway, welcome to episode 2 of Rob Reads Reviews. I hope you guys are excited as I am to talk about this beautiful masterpiece. So, we have a review coming in from Kazi. No one has found this review helpful, and no one has found it funny yet. Recommended, posted July 11th, 2026. So, I just finished the game, and I have to say, I haven't played such a good game in a while. Why? Let me tell you. First of all, I played this game when I was a kid, and out of pure nostalgia, I decided to replay it. I'm so glad I did because it reminded me of why this game became such a classic in the first place. This campaign is absolutely phenomenal. Every mission feels great, it's short and compact. I played through the whole game in about 4 hours. There isn't a single moment where the game feels boring. Although, I must say the hit points feel kind of squishy. Most of the time you can tank a lot of bullets, but then sometimes you die just after 3 to 4 bullets. Kind of annoying. Big frowny face. The graphics on the other hand may seem old or trash to some people, but for me they're the perfect mix. Not too overstimulating and not too unrealistic. The game itself makes you feel like you're actually in a military operation, at least for me. You get callouts from your AI teammates, receive directions, and the whole experience feels immersive. If you've never played this title, you're seriously missing out, especially for the price. And P.S. Sorry for the bad English, it isn't my first language, so don't obliterate me. See ya. Alright, so let's look at this beautiful game and this user submitted review. So Kazi first says he just finished the game and that he hasn't played a good one in such a long time. I can relate to that on so many levels. This was one of the first games I played when my mom bought me an Xbox back in 2007. Quick funny story, I remember breezing through the campaign probably on easy and thinking, dude, I'm gonna dominate in multiplayer.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Well, I got humbled real quick. But that was what made this game so memorable. I think what really stood out for Kazi, and well for me, is just how simple and straightforward it was. No crazy movement, no extra attachments, no 30 perks to choose from. Sometimes less really is more in that regard. But I think one of the biggest contributing factors is why people consider this game the greatest of all time is because of those few things. Now, in the next segment, he wrote that the campaign is absolutely beautiful. And well, I couldn't agree more. This campaign puts you in the boots of a brand new SAS recruit, meeting legends like Captain Price and Sergeant Gaz for the first time as you work together, well, to save the world. And along the way, you build real connections with these iconic characters who would go on to become staples of the series. Honestly, this game laid the foundation for the next several Call of Duty titles to come. So, it's only right we give it the credit that it deserves. Now, moving right along, Kazi then talks about the graphics. He admits that some might think that the game looks old or even trash, which is a wild take. But for him, the graphics are perfect. And, well, I completely agree. Shocker, right? But as mentioned earlier, it all ties back to that sense of simplicity. There's no crazy motion blur or weapon blur clouding your screen, just bare bone visuals that let you run and gun with minimal distractions. I mean, come on, let's be real. Call of Duty's not known for realism, so why is the game now just gonna put so many features that people are just gonna turn off anyway to get that higher FPS? Like, come on. And lastly, he mentions that if you've never played this game, you are seriously missing out, and that stands true to today. Now, I have to agree, again, shocker, I know, this game was and still is the staple in the world of first-person shooters. It laid the groundwork for so many titles that followed. It is just sad to see how far the franchise has drifted from its roots, creating discontent, and ultimately that has caused players to leave the series altogether. Alright, so in closing, Kazi raised several great points in a relatively short review, and as a quick side note, for someone who says English isn't their first language, Kazi did an excellent job. The review was clear, well written, and easy to read, and compared to some other Steam reviews that I've read, I would never have known, just would have been like, oh, cool, good to go. Anyway, altogether, these points really cement Call of Duty's 4 status of the greatest of all time. Whether you're looking at the perspective of first-person shooter, multiplayer, or any category you want to put it in, this game definitely receives that title of the GOAT. Now, looking ahead, if developers want future Call of Duty games to succeed, maybe they should take a page from their own 2007 playbook and bring back what made this classic so special. I mean, look, they made MWR or Modern Warfare Remastered, and the game was absolutely successful. But I think the community would agree, returning to these roots would make Call of Duty truly outstanding again, because what we have today just doesn't hit the mark. So I'm going to leave you with this. Do you think Call of Duty 4 truly deserves the title of greatest of all time? Or is it just a product of nostalgia and hype from streamers and content creators alike? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to see where you all stand.
You are going to be alright, my friend. Мы нашли здесь одного оставшегося в живых. Заберите его отсюда! Быстро, давай! Мы должны доставить его в госпиталь немедленно!
The Russian government released a statement today confirming a series of nuclear missile tests in central Russia. Although world leaders were quick to denounce the action, Russian officials maintained that the missile tests fell well within established UN protocols. No comment was received from the ultra-nationalist party, where rumors of a possible leadership struggle have just begun to surface. In other news, the search for a ship lost in the Bering Strait due to a major storm has been called off.
Alright, I just want to thank everyone who's been watching my videos, or if you're just starting to watch my videos, thank you. I recently started this new channel because I wasn't satisfied with my old content in the channel that I had prior to this, and I wanted a fresh start. I'm doing this because I genuinely love making videos or making content. If you've been watching and you're still deciding whether or not to subscribe, I hope this video sways you. I put a lot and effort into improving my audio and learning new editing techniques because creating content is something I'm truly passionate about. Thanks again for your support, and I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you all have a great day.